What's up, everyone? Here, thank you for your party. I'm so excited to upload this video for you guys, but to finally get to upload my review for the brand new Marvel movie, Venom. You know, when I first saw the trailers out earlier this year, I was actually kind of intrigued in this movie. And over the past months, as the year went on, I finally got to see more and more trailers for this movie. And you know what? The trailers actually piqued my interest, and it was enough for me to go see the movie. However, a couple of weeks ago, I learned that Sony was pushing the review embargo line for Venom just a few days before the movie comes out. And honestly, my head was going in two different directions for this. Either A, something very spoilery happens in the movie and Sony did not want the critics to spoil this for everyone that was going to see the movie, or B, Sony had no faith in Venom whatsoever. And unfortunately, I have to go with option B on this one, because after seeing the movie, I can see why Sony was pushing the review embargo line for this movie, because this movie is kind of iffy, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that happens that does not make sense in this movie. I mean, honestly, there are so many plot holes and so many unexplained moments that happen throughout the movie that when you're leaving the theater, you're kind of questioning yourself as to what the hell you just watched. And also, the pacing for the movie was very, very high speed. Like, honestly, and it felt like it was even though like there was like kind of like, I think, a 2.5 hour movie, it really felt like an hour and a half long movie, simply because nothing at all really happened except for like these crazy fight scenes with Venom, which I will go into later, and like just a bunch of weird, unexplained like symbiote moments that happened throughout the movie. And the way that it was pacing for a very, very like fast movie. And by the time I was finished with it, I was like, wait, that was the end of the movie? Really? We went through all of this, and all of a sudden it's already over. And you kind of felt that more should have been added to this movie, or at least some more, like, you know, actual story that was actually in this movie would have been a lot better. And the selling point for this movie was supposed to be the interaction that we see between Eddie Brock and the symbiote known as Venom. And after seeing the movie, like that pitch that they were throwing out to the audience, it was either hit or miss. You either liked it or you didn't like it. And for me personally, I did not like how they handled the interaction between Venom and Eddie, because honestly, what you're seeing on screen is just, you're either going to see Tom Hardy on screen talking to himself, and then off camera you're just hearing Venom's voice, and you're wondering like, okay, what the hell's going on here? And either it's vice versa. Also, you're going to see Venom talking to himself on screen, and then you're going to hear Eddie Brock's voice like off camera, and it's so weird that how they did it, and the dialogue between them is just kind of ridiculous. And what I mean by ridiculous is that some of the lines they gave for Venom to use were kind of downright cheesy, and they kind of felt like they were forced in, and they made him look kind of goofy. And that was kind of weird, seeing how there's this big hulking alien that's just acting kind of like comic relief for the whole movie, and that was kind of weird for me. I don't know if they're trying to set him up as like, oh, I'm this crazy and I'm this hungry, I'm going to eat your heads off. And the way they kind of handled that was like, they kind of gave him these funny lines for him to throw, kind of like how they're following the Marvel like cinematic universe, how they had like, there's some moments that a lot of characters have their funny moments with their witty banter, but with Venom it felt kind of different. It felt like kind of out of place, and it was just weird just watching him kind of act all goofy on screen. Another thing that also bothered me throughout the movie was the villain, and because the reason why I'm using air quotes is because the villain didn't match up to what like we were expecting, because when you watch the movie, they explain how the symbiotes, such as Venom and the other symbiote that we call Riot, the gray one that we see in the trailers, the way they are matched with their human counterparts is that they're supposed to be alike their human counterparts. They have to have the same personality as them so that they can merge perfectly. And for Riot, who is basically this giant hulking like rage like symbiote monster, he's paired with this businessman Carlton Drake, who's basically the most small whispering character throughout the movie, who whispers his evil plan into your ear as he's about to devour you. And then you have this big giant Riot alien who's trying to kill you, and I'm gonna stab you with all my claws and stuff. Honestly, what was the logic in that, really? Why did those two match up? I mean, I can understand with Eddie Brock and Venom, because those two are losers basically, as they mentioned in the film. But why did Riot merge with Carlton Drake? I feel like he had better options throughout the movie. He has better options in the movie, but he plans to merge with Riz Ahmed's character, which was kind of weird. I know I'm saying a lot of bad stuff that happened throughout the movie. There are some good moments that I did enjoy. Like, I did enjoy some of the action scenes that Venom had when he was fighting humans. And what I mean by that is that I enjoyed watching like the first reveal of Venom, which is it's okay. I like watching him like throw humans like a rag doll. He's like flipping them all around. He's throwing them across buildings. I liked watching him like kind of bite people's heads off. That was pretty cool. And so I really enjoyed the fight scenes that involved him with humans. However, the final fight between Venom and Riot was something that I was very, very nervous about, because while I was going to the theater, I was just praying to the comic book god, just praying to the creators of Venom, praying everything. Just please don't let the final fight be one big CGI blob of a mess. And what happened? I watched that fight scene, and this is my honest reaction. Oh my god, it's one big CGI mess. Now granted, the visual effects department did the best that they could, and that's all we could ask for. But really, that final fight between Venom and Riot, I'm not spoiling anything right here, but honestly, I don't know how I could spoil this, but it's just a big fight between a gray blob and a black blob fighting together, morphing around, doing this crazy like morphing and shit that's happening. It looks horrible, and honestly, it was done in the most Michael Bay like camera work ever. I mean, the camera work was going at high speeds, and we're gonna film at different angles. We're gonna do right above the head, right below the neck, right above the chest, right in front of him, right in front back of him. It was so like out of place. The camera was going all over the place, and when you're looking at like all different angles of this fight, you're basically seeing like this black blob monster kind of morphing in, trying to maneuver this like gray blob other monster, and it looked so bad. I mean, I was like, oh my god, this is not happening. This looks so weird, and I got a little dizzy from that, and I was like, it was just so downright confusing at what was going on. Now overall, I found the movie somewhat decent, but if you're gonna go see this movie, I gotta tell you this: if you're gonna go see this movie, just throw all of logic out the window when you see this movie, and just accept the carnage in this movie. See what I did there? I mean, if I'm gonna be quite honest, I actually found the credits more enjoyable because they had the new Eminem song, which, by the way, that Eminem Venom song is kind of growing on me. I mean, when I was watching the credits roll by, I was thinking, yo, Slim Shady's back, man, in a Marvel movie. I don't know, but I think, oh my god, please, I hope I don't anger the fan base for this movie, but honestly, I feel like this was Marvel's version of the Green Lantern movie in terms of so many plot holes and just some downright ridiculous CGI. So that's going to be my review for Venom. If you like the saw, click the subscribe button to get updates from the channel. I'll see y'all next time with a brand new video. Bye.